especially out in the sort of, the wheat belt and the corn belt and everything, it's anhydrous time. And they'll cut anhydrous right through the snow, which is what I did on NAGC Valley, which is the sole reason why I put seasons on NAGC Valley, so I would have snow so that I could, cut the anhydrous through it. So if there was a way to change textures to be winter, for a while, and then not be winter when you don't want it to be, and I get it, you can fast forward and all that other stuff, but I think Seasons is great. I mean, obviously it was a game changer. MR Seasons, they're all game changers. Absolutely. And I think it would be cool to see it in the game, but just give me the option to be able to turn it off. The unfortunate thing about Seasons is that, like, I wanted to put it on drummer, but it would have completely altered the way that I was telling the story. So I couldn't. But if I could have a texture change, now I get it doesn't snow much in Ireland. I get that.
Although
but
I was talking to people from that part of the world, and they've had snow up there for the last week.
It would be nice to be able to say, click it on and, show snow textures for however many days, that I want to show it, and then turn it off. That's really my point about that. But again, I play completely differently than 99% of the people who play Farm Sim play. So if there's a Seasons edition in Farm Sim 19, then I will adapt the way that I play Farm Sim 19 around it. It's, it's not a big deal. What I don't want to see, the other thing, I don't want to just talk about what I don't want to see, but one of the things I don't want to see is I don't think we need any more manufacturers. I think we have enough manufacturers, tractor manufacturers. I wouldn't mind seeing some different kinds of implements get introduced. And I know we've got a potato DLC coming up, which I'm really looking forward to.
And we have roper stuff coming in.
Yeah, we're going to talk about that roper stuff later when I feel I need a rant.
Is there anything needs doing?
If you could get a seeder and start seeding.
Could he sell grain?
Learn how to drive.
Or you could sell grain, yeah.
We're in the negative.
Roy,
only sell if we're green or high demand.
How did you put? That's what this was supposed to be hard. How did you start us off with grain in the silos?
Because we went on medium.
Oh,
yeah.
We're on medium. We started off with a debt of 75,000, but you start with medium, and we had a cash balance of €274. So after buying seeds and fertilizer, we're now nearly 2,000 in debt.
Oh, perfect! It's a real life farm. This time of the year, you're absolutely in debt. You are absolutely in debt over the winter.
So apart from we sold a bit of starting equipment, we spent about $1 million on what we have, all small tractors and stuff.
It's amazing how these little tractors, you buy 10 of these little tractors, it costs the same as buying 2 big ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we have, as it's multiplayer, we have 3 setups for ploughing, cultivating, and seeding.
Yeah.
So we can have up to 3 people doing the same job.
Now, obviously, this being multiplayer, where this is not how you would do it in single player. But in multiplayer, we have to do it this way because we have to have enough stuff for everybody who wants to play.
Yeah. In single player, you just start off with a combine, seeder plough, fertilizer spreader, 2 tractors, 1 with a front loader, dolly bale trailer, enough bales, 50 cows, and a baler.
See, I think you made it too easy.
Yeah. So do I.
I think there might be some vehicle XML editing going on. Because here's my thing about combines: a person, regardless of the size of the map, right? If you don't own all the fields, you're probably not going to own. Like I'm selling. That's 2 things that are going to happen at Old Rage.
I think that the leasing for the likes of the combines, because they're an expensive piece of equipment, is too expensive. So if you have a small field, it costs you more to harvest it than you actually make off it. If you get if you can cut it in half an hour, you're still getting charged the initial cost, and you end up costing you more to hire a combine than it actually. You'd be better off ploughing the stuff into the field.
Can I just say that welcome to real life.
Mm-hmm.
Here's a nice stat for you, and I just happened to read this the other day. So, at certain times of the year, especially this time of the year when nobody has any money, and you're just selling off the last of your fall crops or whatever on contract. If seed costs $13 a pound, which is about right, and you make $11 off your fields. Well, you're already $2 in the hole for every acre you're combining. You know what I mean? So,
right, but you would assume you'd put in less seeds than you would take out of the field.
Unfortunately, the way things are now, that's why we have crop insurance stuff, is to cover that extra bit between the cost of seeds, labor, diesel, and environmental concerns versus what you actually make off the field. Now everybody's going to say, well, you see these videos with farmers with $500,000 tractors. Sure you do. Of course you do. Can I tell you how they don't own those? You know what I mean? Only the massive corporate farms are the ones that make money. All the little farmers, nobody makes any money. You're constantly in debt. Now, it all depends on how realistically you want to play. Do you want to play where you're constantly in debt, or?
I was watching a thing on Irish farmers and Brexit today, and the stat was that some farmers make 15,000 a year. Yep. They get 18,000 a year in benefits from the EU.
Yep.
So basically, they're losing $3,000.
Yep. Farming is a job you do because you love it, and because you've been doing it your whole life, and your father's been doing it his whole life, and his father's been doing it his whole life, and you don't want to quit doing it. But unless you're part of a massive co-op, you're not making any money. You're just doing it because that's what you do. Because people still need to eat. No,
it's a way of life, isn't it?
It's absolutely a way of life. Absolutely. Oh, I can tell you the guy I worked for when I was a kid on a dairy farm. Now, the dairy farm lost money every year because the government paid us to dump the milk on the ground. So, because there was too much milk and the milk prices were so low that it wasn't worth even selling. Our milk would get picked up 3 times a week. So on alternate weeks, we would dump 3 complete milkings worth of milk into the ground, and not sell any of it. And the government would pay us for it. Not very much, but a little bit.
Was the EU done much the same, yeah.
And the apple orchard was where he made his money from. Because we would make money off that, because apples, especially in this area, are very popular, and we would sell them to grocery stores, and we'd sell them to Welch's out of Carver, Massachusetts, to turn into juice. But dairy farming never made any money doing that. Vets come out twice a month, it's $4,000 right there. So, not to mention the cost of all the feed. We had to buy straw. We would cut our own hay, but we would buy straw because we weren't growing arable crops where we were. You got to buy straw. You got to buy all the supplements and everything else. So you got to maintain all the equipment. Oh, thanks for the follow. I appreciate it. I'm glad to see Stream Elements has decided to work today. Thank you very much, Zombie Theorist 7. Interesting username. I like it. Thanks for the follow.
Do you guys want barley on field 7 as well, or something else?
Yeah, we may as well just do the whole. We can do all of them the same.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what I just realized is that 6 kilometers an hour is not 6 miles an hour. I wonder why I go so slow.
Yeah, I'm going 8 miles an hour.
Because I left when I reinstalled this, I left it on. Yeah, that's too fast though. See,
no, MR says you can do it. You can do it. That's
yeah. I don't know. I'm just so used to creeping along.
MR won't have any difficulty in making you go 2 miles an hour up the hill.
No. Like every time I turned up there on the grass field, and almost came to a complete stop.
Yeah, I'm sure we tried using that little green hurleyman to bring up the bales. What is it? 18 bales, right?
I was there. Yeah.
Yep.
And I actually had to drive behind him and push him up the hill.
Yeah. Well, bales are heavy, especially in MR where they have an actual mass.
That's what I'm using to set the grain.
Yeah. Well, you'll have to be careful because you know where Roy has all his sell points placed. Usually at the top of a hill.
Yeah. Well, this trailer's 47% full of soybeans, and it's just gone down to 3 miles an hour on the hill, up towards the bakery.
That's with everything on Difflux, 4-wheel drive.
All-wheel drive and the rear deflux on.
Well, luckily, what was I going to say?
We should have actually used because we actually have the New Holland, the old New Holland, and like the Massey. There's a couple of tractors that are kind of in the 120 horsepowers.
Yeah, that New Holland's the biggest horsepower one on the farm right now.
I like the New Holland ones.
Yeah, that's a good tractor.
Hey, Welsh Farmer, how you doing? Welcome to Farm17 on Newbie Farm 19. We're gonna make this stream as confusing as possible. I could have blown everybody's mind and said, "Welcome to Farm Sim 19." What? Oh. I should point out that I would bet it's going to be August, end of August. You'll start seeing videos of Farm Sim 19.
Isn't it? Or for whatever their thing they have in summer, that's usually when they release stuff.
So they'll start giving it to the big streamers. I'm sure you'll see Squirrel doing something of it. It's probably in August, and then the smaller of the big YouTubers and streamers will get it in September. I'm going to ask, but they're going to tell me the same thing they told me last time. You know, have a nice day. But I'm going to ask. But like, listen, you know, I'm your guy. I'm your guy. Regardless of how many subscribers, how many viewers I have, there are very few people who have been more loyal to this franchise than I am. So it wouldn't kill them to give me a copy, you know. And I'm not looking just to get a free copy. I'm looking to be able to have a look at it and tell people, you know. Am I going to buy it? Of course I'm going to buy it. Of course I am. Why wouldn't I? What are your other options? You play not Farmers Dynasty, or you play pure farming with no multiplayer and no mods. Yeah. So
see, because a lot of games now are giving out press releases as opposed to a full working game.
Sure.
So I mean, that's all you're asking for is a press release.
Give me something, you know. Give me something I can show on a channel. You know what I mean? That's really all I'm looking for. And I'm not looking to get it for views or anything. I'm looking so that people know what they're going to get.
You're missing, Stu.
I know. And the first video or first couple of videos at the Prairie on Farm Sim 19 will be CGI.
Yes, we know that. Right. We know that already.
No, there's always somebody who turns around and goes, "It doesn't look anything like that in the game."
Right.
Always.
Well, we all got nailed with that with the trailers for 17. We're all like, "Wow, holy crap!" And then, wait a minute, because they didn't do that in 15. 15, they didn't have any CGI. It was all, but they didn't need to because the difference in graphics between 13 and 15 was so immense. They didn't need to CGI them. But the difference in graphics between 15 and 17 was more subtle. It's really shaders stuff. So they decided, well, let's do the CGI stuff. And yeah, we're going to get the CGI stuff, and it's going to be, you know, something that's not going to happen in the game, and everybody's going to complain. And I'll have to do another one of my videos where I just tell everybody to shut up and calm down. I am a Giants fan. I absolutely am. What if you want to farm? What are your options? And I don't play Farming Sim because I have no other options. I play Farming Sim because I like Farming Sim. Obviously, I like it. You know what I mean? I've been playing it forever. But you don't have any other options. I mean, and I'm not trying to be a dick about this, but let's be completely honest. Cattle and Crops, it's not a game yet. It's not.
That's coming in Steam next month.
Okay. What, so you can chop some corn? I mean,
yeah.
You know, I want to pay that much money to chop some corn with Farm Sim 13 graphics? I'm all set.
Drive across the fields.
Yeah. You know, then you have not Farmers Dynasty, which is, I don't care what anybody says, Farmers Dynasty is not a farming game. It isn't.
No, it's not.
It absolutely is not.
It's a life sim.
It's more like Sims, where farming is what you do is your job.
And I'm not saying it's not cool, because it is, and I do like it, but it's not a farming game. It's not a farming simulator, let's put it that way. And then you have Pure Farming, which is coming out in March, which is going to be cool, because it's going to look very good, and it's going to run good, I would imagine, from everything they've been saying, except that there's no multiplayer, and there's no mods. So how long are you going to play that for? You know, am I going to get Pure Farming? Yes. Why? Because the cows are amazing.
And the only thing you have your, what is it, 5 different farms?
Yes, 3 countries, right? So
it's 4, isn't it? Or is it 4?
I thought it was 3.
3, I think.
Or is it 3 and Germany is 4?
Is it a bonus one if you pre-order it?
Yeah, you have Japan, Colombia, America.
Colombia.
That's for the coffee.
Sugarcane.
Coffee.
Yeah, that's what they grow now. They grow a lot of coffee in Colombia. And some other things.
It's coffee.
Yeah, you got rice in Japan.
Which is going to be cool, you know? But here's the thing. Now, I know we grow rice in this country, and it's not always on flooded fields. But
actually, they showed the equipment. It is actually a flooded field that you're planting stuff on.
Okay. See, now that'll be cool, but once you do it once, you've done it. Why do I get the feeling that's going to be very much like sugarcane? You've done it once, you don't ever want to do it again. No. So we'll see. We'll see. I mean, am I going to get it? Of course I am. Of course I'm going to get it. But you know. So since we've moved on to that, let's talk about this Ropa DLC. Can I just say, nope. Am I going to get it? Yes. Do I think you should get it? No. I haven't even used it yet. I already have formed an opinion about it. Let's face it. Anybody who's played Farm Sim for more than 5 minutes has used the modded Ropa sugar beet harvester.
The only thing I would say, it's probably more that'll be a hit on consoles because they don't have a modded.
Right. Because of the 9,000 scripts that the modded one runs.
Yeah.
So, will the Giants one run better than the modded one? Probably. I never had any issue running any of the modded ones anyway. But let's face it, a sugar beet harvester of that size, you park that next to the Homer, it's the same thing. One's yellow, one's red. There's no difference. There's absolutely no difference. So, I just, am I going to get it? Yes, because it's part of the collection, but I'm not excited about it. I'm certainly not going to tell people that, go out and buy it.
The only thing is it is not expensive.
It's not.
Are we going to keep the corn or sell it?
We're going to feed that to the cows, right?
It's $4.65. It's in green.
Well, if it's in green, we might as well sell it.
Vegetable crops in Farm Sim? Farmer Klein, is that what you're talking about? I'd be all for that if we got the right equipment to process them.
Yeah, see, I mean, the likes of cabbage, or carrots, or onions,
or peas. Even field, I'll take field peas.
I mean, stuff that you can do with the big harvester, that it's not hand picking, or it's not.
Yeah, but that's why we have Peter to go hand pick all the peas.
Yeah. I will.
Well, I won't so much. They used to hand pick Brussels sprouts.
I've never hand picked anything. I went and picked strawberries one time with a girlfriend of mine because she wanted to pick strawberries, and I was like, nope. I did it, and I said,
picking potatoes in real life.
Right.
Well, we did when we were small, but that was only on a very small patch.
I mean, have I ever gone out in the garden, as a kid and picked a cucumber? Of course I have. But, not like... See, that was the thing. When I worked for the apple orchard, we didn't grow anything except apples. We didn't have pears or peaches or strawberries or blueberries or any of that. We had, row upon row upon row upon row of apple trees. But when that farm got sold off after I had left and gone in the military and everything, and Sam had died, and it got sold off, it became a tourist attraction. They grow peaches and pears and strawberries and blueberries and everything. It's all you pick. People tromp around and pick the stuff themselves. Whatever. But yeah, I'd be a big fan because some of the equipment that they used, like the cucumber pickers and the pea harvesters and stuff, is really cool. And I'd be all for that if they're going to give us the right equipment to harvest the stuff with. I wouldn't mind seeing, if people talk about more animals, I don't know what's left. Goats, horses. What do you do with horses? You can't.
Unless you have pure beef, like a beef side of farming or something.
Yeah, but they won't do that because of Peggy 3.
Alfalfa. That's all you'd get if you have horses.
Okay, I'd take alfalfa just so I could have it for the cows.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'd be all right with that. Give me horses and give me alfalfa.
All you need to do is use the horses for ploughing fields. Just attach your plough to the back of them and get them to drag the plough in the field for you.
Peggy 3. Can't
Over
do
here,
it.
they talk about they mix peas with oats and give that to the cattle.
Sure. You can feed a cow almost anything. Cows eat almost anything, as long as it's not
I
meat.
think that would be interesting in this game as well if you could make use of the crops in that way.
Yeah.
Because obviously you're not going to have a horse farm growing horses for meat with a Peggy 3 rating. It's not going to happen. You're not going to be able to have beef cattle because the underlying assumption is that you're selling those beef cattle.
Very few countries, anyway, that you grow horses for food.
Sure. Yeah, we only grow the ugly animals for horses. They're cute. We can't grow them.
What do you think they're doing when they're selling the pigs? Are they selling them off for prize shows or something? No, they're getting sold off for bacon.
That's
a very good point, Stu.
That is true. That is true, Stu. I didn't think about that. Maybe there's no... I would just assume that there would be an underlying assumption that you're selling... Obviously, you're not selling pigs to, I don't know, be in Broadway shows, right? So...
Pigs can also get turned into fucking bacon sandwiches. That's what happens.
Yeah, but they've gone around that by saying that you're selling them back to the market. So in effect, you could, in their eyes, you could be saying
which
that you're selling
means why can't they have beef or?
So you're selling breeder pigs, is what
horses,
basically. Prize-winning pigs.
I gotta be honest. I honestly have no idea. Like, I know it's not going to be anything I don't know. I think we got all our like mind-blowing things in 17. You know what I mean? This is going to be the, like people said about 50. This is going to be the transition between Farm Sim 17 and the new engine that they'll eventually introduce for Farm Sim 21. Because they'll have to. By that point, they'll have to have a new engine. So we'll see. I mean, we'll see. Obviously, I'm looking forward to it. Obviously, I'm going to play it. Obviously, I'm going to stream it. I'm going to make videos of it and everything else. So, all right, where are we going here?
Field 10.
Yeah, but I want to do fertilizer on the first.
That's all.
Can you get that with the link,
Start with
Travis?
this gate. Well,
I'll get it if you want me to.
oh, I got to wait for it to actually open. Never mind.
Yeah, I'm just going to grab it that's missing along the sides and stuff.
Okay.
Are they auto gates in this, or you manually open?
No, you have to
to-
manually open.
Yeah.
And I was being a little impatient. What field did you say? 10?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I just want to put fertilizer on it first before you do it.
I forgot this thing 4-wheel steers. And it stopped that. And it swung the cultivator out, caught the fence post.
My grandpa used to grow potatoes in quite a small field, but it was all done by hand. We used to collect all the family and had a whole day picking potatoes. And it was a thing. It was very nice, actually. Hard work, but very tasty potatoes.
Like the apple orchard, we never. Oh, I'm dropping frames here. What's going on?
Where did you go,
My
BP?
internet. I went the wrong way.
Alright, that's grand. I'll start up at the farm side of the field.
And if there
The
wasn't
far side as you come in.
gates and hedges everywhere, I'd be able to turn around. Well, this is where 4-wheel steering comes in handy. What was I going to say? You know, we picked all our apples by hand. We didn't have a machine or anything. Picked our apples. We did it all by hand. Well, when I say we brought in pickers to do it.
Okay.
But I've picked my share of apples. I mean, I've picked thousands of acres of apples because when I first started there, that first season, Sam had to get to trust me before he let me drive the tractor with the harvest box on the back of it to collect all the apples that the pickers would pick. So, and I sort of
What do
became
you
in
do
charge of the.
When you're growing apples, what is needed?
To grow an apple?
Fertilizing them or...
Yep. Well, first of all, you need male and female trees to grow fruit.
okay.
And then you need bees, and you also need. We fertilize them. Yep. We used to fog fertilize. That's actually legal now, but we used to fog fertilize where you'd have a tank on front of a massive fan.
Okay.
And you'd hook that up to your tractor. You'd spool that up as you went into the orchard, and it would just fog the trees because you don't want to blanket trees with stuff. It's not good for them.
Okay.
And then we put probably 4 or 5 shovelfuls of cow shit around each trunk of each tree in the beginning of the season.
Yeah.
So that was, and that was all done by hand. So you have a trailer on the back of the tractor and a shovel, and you drive from tree to tree, and you put down a few shovelfuls of cow manure, and you drive to the next tree.
So how do they do that in the bigger areas?
I don't know how they do it. I imagine
if you start the other side, BP.
Yeah, I see it. I would imagine there's a machine that will spread manure along the, or whatever along the sides of trees. We didn't have that. Obviously, we had a homemade fog fertilizer. It was literally a tank, 3 hoses, a nozzle, and a big fan.
Yeah.
We'd spin it at 540 RPM, and it would just fog the trees. And you do that twice a year.
Okay.
And then, of course, you have to cut. You have to keep the base of the tree clear of weeds and stuff, otherwise it'll choke off the roots and it'll affect the fruit.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of work. I mean, it's a lot of manual labor on apple orchard because at least when I did it, the equipment to do that stuff, with a tractor wasn't available, or Sam was just too cheap to buy it. So,
okay.
I suggested one time we had a little bobcat, and we used to use it to muck out the cow shed and stuff.
Right, what's next then?
And I told him one year, I was like, well, why don't we use that to manure the trees?
Do we want to go mow?
Yeah, you can start mowing if you
But
want.
it didn't happen.
I thought he was going to punch me when I said
Yeah, I said something.
Okay. You don't want to do the
he
job.
said to me, he said, we've been doing it this way forever, and we're going to keep doing it this way because it works. That was Sam. That's the way it was.
Yeah.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yep. He says, this works. That's the way we're doing it. Okay, yeah, hey, whatever. I don't care. No,
We spend the money otherwise.
yeah. Well, that was his thing. He was like, so if we do that, we got nearly 500 acres of apple trees. Well, how much fuel am I going to have to put in that Bobcat? You buying it? No. Well, okay, then shut up and go to work. Okay. and he wasn't an asshole. He wasn't by any means was he an asshole, but he was very, he was his farm was going to be the way he wanted it. Now, okay, hey, cool. After a while, I sort of got away from. I really became the manager. That is what I sort of did towards the end because that's what I liked to do when I was good at it.
Yeah.
So, and I tell you what, I never seen anybody
you can
take
take
care of his
that
farms.
one there with the cultivator if you want, Travis, because I'm spreading
It's an interesting story.
Like we would, he loved his cows. He loved those cows. It was a sad day when he sold them off.
Yeah, I guess.
Because I told him I was 17. I said, well, I'm going in the Army. And it kind of broke his heart a little bit because I think he thought I was going to stay on that farm forever. And I would have. Because his kids didn't want nothing to do with it. But I was a junkie, a 17-year-old drug addict. I needed to do something to straighten my life out. So I joined the Army. And when I come and told him, and he was like, well, okay, that's that. And he didn't really say too much about it. About a month later, I see signs. I'm coming to work one morning. I see signs down the bottom of the driveway that say, livestock auction, 2 weeks, whatever. I'm like, livestock auction? We already sold off the chickens. Like, what does that leave? The cows. He decided to sell the cows. So, that was a sad day.
So you think that was it when you said that?
Yeah, I think because he figured I wasn't going to be around anymore. He was getting old. He didn't want to take, he couldn't physically do it anymore. So,
no.
Are you going to let me lower this? Thank you.
Right, what field needs mowed, or is it just any grass to see?
No,
14 and
4.
Yep.
Yeah, the gates are good on. The gates are nice on this.
They're what gates are they, right? They're Pretorius, this one, no?
I can't remember the modder's name, but yeah.
Do we just have the front mower?
Yes. But put it on the back.
Okay.
Well, no, because do we have a reverse drive track? Well, yeah, because we have no crop destruction, so it makes no difference.
I did it on the back. It was fine. Yeah.
Did you hear that, Stu?
Oh, fuck yeah, I'm going forward.
It was easier it's easier for me to mow from the back than it is from the front without a front mower. One.
And I got it stuck in the hedge. Brilliant.
What did you want me to do with that other tractor, David?
If you want to switch it out, if you throw the cultivator up in the yard and put a seeder on it, probably, and give Peter a hand seeding.
Oh, well, I can just seed with my starter.
Or seed with your, alright, yeah. No, that's because I was going to say this is the last feed cultivated, and we have to.
Yeah. No, I just jumped out and turned that tractor off because it was still running.
Oh, did I leave it on? I did.
Yeah.
I was switching between tractors. Because I was only going to do that field, and then I jumped over here to do it before they started it. So.
You could definitely feel this thing slipping sideways. Having to crab into the turn so I don't end up sliding down the field, even on this little hill. Again, handy with four-wheel steer because the rear wheels will actually turn up the hill too.
Come on, you're almost out, you piece of... Yay!
I think we're going to get used to hearing people getting stuck in hedges.
Well, it's more the fact that more was trapped in it, I couldn't pull it out, and I had to use the front loader to push the tractor up in the air and get it out of the hedge.
Mm-hmm.
That's more of a bug in the game than...
Yeah, if...
they get trapped in a collision.
What happens is a collision will go through it, and then you can't go backwards with it. So it's... a solid object has gone through it, and then you can't pull it out because it's a solid object.
I just use the front loader to push it up in the air over the hedge.
It's the mousetrap collision. You can go in one way, but you can't go up. You can't go back out again.
Come on, get up here. Come on, get up.
You still selling stuff, Kevin?
Yeah, I've had to come back and get the New Orleans. The only one make it jump by the freight yard.
Probably still selling the first load he picked up.
Yeah,
no, second load.
That's a killer when we had no MR.
Yeah, the early one just would not make it. The new
Peter, are
one,
you using GPS?
the new one, just about made it.
I'm gonna come
How
and get
did
your.
you know?
Yeah, that's a C.
It was a lucky guess.
Okay. I'm just as good as it driving straight. Anyway, without GPS, no.
Oh, here, let me call.
Drop, and I've lost my connection.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
No, you're fine.
Is it just giving you trouble again?
Yep.
It's
Let's see here.
little bit narrow, so maybe I could have gone a little bit wider with the cedar.
Well, no, you're better off to go slightly narrower on them anyway, so that they don't miss loads.
Stop.
Paul at the bakery or Pete at the farm shop. I'll take Paul in next, that's the next best price.
Wow, this one goes at 30 mile an hour to move.
Goes at which, Stu?
15 mile an hour now. Hammering in this field was 60 mile an hour.
PP completely dropped out.
Yeah.
Probably restarting the system as well.
I'm going to have to slow that down because the tractor's not actually been able to steer properly on the GPS with that speed.
No, you weren't getting any hours today, right? No.
Stop.
Nope.
No, you've nothing either. So.
No, I didn't have nothing yesterday, not Friday too as well.
I have no idea where the start of this field is.
Which field are you in?
14.
It's halfway start. The gate is at the end of field 9.
That's right, I'm just making up as I go. If the field's not run properly, it's cool. I've got plenty of grass here anyway.
It's right in the tree line almost.
I just cut it wherever it's more. We can't go with the rake and clean it up then after, and then we get up with the wagons.
Wow.
I can see the texture on the map that shows the field line, but I can't see any fucking front of it.
Yeah, don't worry, it's close enough.
Well, I'm wondering if it's a Windows update then.
Yeah, or is it in the middle of a storm? Would that be causing issues?
Maybe.
Snow and stuff.
Could be.
Yeah, after I've done a Windows update yesterday, I was trying to FSX to run. Yeah, it's a bit another update, so I've done that one. I've sent my computer on tonight, I've got another update.
Yeah, did you? Because MrMoonDog was saying Drako lost all his passwords and everything. And he'd done his update.
Yeah, it resets everything. So if you'd got your password saved on a browser or anything for logging in, you'd have to redo it all.
Well, I can remember my my email password. It's the one I do remember, so I can reset stuff.
Because one of the updates was for Edge.
I don't
if you're not using Edge, it's still.
Google.
Yeah, but even if you don't use it, it'll still reset all your passwords for everything.
Yeah, Windows 7.
Oh, that's, do you know what that's for? Is that for the kernel issue? Because all that shit was saved in the kernel or whatever the issue was with the processors.
Possibly.
They were saying that that was where all your passwords were stored. So maybe they've rewritten it now so that they store them in a different place.
Yeah.
Windows
that's
7
why
ain't got
they
that, has it?
Say that again.
Windows 7 hasn't got Edge, has it?
No.
Are you on Windows 7? You are.
Yeah.
Right, but the kernel issue is any computer made in the last however many years, and all the passwords were saved in the kernel, which was why they said it was vulnerable for hackers. So Windows has probably rewritten their code to put passwords somewhere else.
Mine's been for 6 years now, so 6 years even. Next month, like.
There you go.
What, your computer?
Yeah.
Time for a new one, so Kevin.
I'm already looking. I want the 8-core, which one is it? Oh, I can't remember now.
I'm just going to stick with the 6-core, because the 8-core is not much faster.
And you missed BP with his prices for the 1080 and the i9.
How much is the i9?
I don't think he said a price in the i9, but the 1080 was, as he said, 1200 quid.
Yeah.
And I think the i9 is fairly pricey too.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I'm going to stick with AMD.
Yeah, I'll prefer AMD. Every time I had a pen to be played up, so I went on to AMD, and touch wood, I've never had a problem since.
Well, for me, AMD is better for gaming because it's bigger cache.
I've always liked AMD.
I've only had Intel, so I don't know.
And the 8-core processor doesn't do much to help because there's no many games that use all 8 cores in your processor. I know because mine never gets fucking used.
Have you an 8-core, you do?
Yeah.
What was that, an AMD, did you say?
Yeah, AMD FX8320.
Okay.
I got the 8320.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's pointless going, if you've got a 6-core, it's pointless upgrading to an 8-core, because you're never going to use that other 2 cores.
Yeah, well, my previous one was like a 2 or 4 core, something like that. So,
No, but I'm saying if you're upgrade, there's no point in going to 6 to an 8. You wait till they bring out the next level and then you would upgrade to that.
Yeah, for mine was just a future proofing, so it would always be able to go as soon as they fucking work out how to use all 8 cores. But they've never managed to do that.
I would rather upgrade my GPU or memory before I'd upgrade the CPU. And I don't need to do either of them, so... Well, then again, the GPU maybe. Might get a 1080 one day and then give the kids the 1060 when I build them the next computer so they've got one each.
Yeah, I'm gonna build another one, then Mrs. Bluebear can have this one. Because she's still got the AirPod Pro. And that's probably about 10 years old now. That's probably about 10 years old now, ain't you?
Probably. Oh, there you are, Travis. Sorry. Yeah, I saw. Go on. Oh, you've got a cedar, haven't you? Okay. You're very quiet. Yeah.
It's like he's sitting away from the microphone.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I had my mic kind of up above my head because I was chewing on popcorn. So.
The MrMoonDog isn't here, somebody else has to keep up.
That's right. There he's back.
Hey, BP.
Hey, BP.
Windows update.
No. It was my they wanted to,
David, are you coming to... Okay.
Yeah, I'm coming to see. Well, no, because I'm doing it after Dave. No, I'm waiting till it's seeded and then just do it again. I'm not doing between cultivating and seeding.
Alright.
You still there, BP?
Uh-huh.
Alright, so what was wrong?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. No,
yeah, we can hear you.
There the last time. That sounded very robotic my end.
Yeah, me too. It was a robotic BP there.
Yeah, you sounded okay. You're sounding okay to me at the moment.
Well, since I'm not talking, it probably sounds really good, yeah.
Well, you know.
No, it was my fucking Jewish charter decide they wanted to run an update right
No.
So they were trying to push that update through, and it was killing my internet. So I reset
So it was them all the time. Like, so it was your internet.
So I reset the modems, and I ran a speed test, and I'm faster than I was 2 days ago when they ran an update.
So you'll be on a gigabit download speed soon enough.
No, it's still only 110 down and 12 up, but. I'm going to try this again. If it doesn't work, I'm done.
Yeah, but that could explain why you were having issues. When Sunday afternoon, like, is that not when people use the internet?
Oh yeah.
Well, look at last weekend when I was having it constantly. Internet was resetting. They was doing an update then, and that was on Saturday.
And they don't tell you that they're doing an update. They don't email you. They don't put up something on your screen to say, "Hey, we're going to be updating your modem, and you may lose your internet for 10 seconds."
Yep.
No, they let you figure it out, and then reset all. And then you have to reset all your modems. So, or my modem and my router in this case.
Mm-hmm.
I am going to.
So sorry about leaving a tractor in the middle of the field, but I didn't really have much choice.
No, you're good.
Okay.
I'm actually going to jump in it and finish this strip off. And
I'll do it there.
you're going to get it?
Yeah.
Alright.
Because I'm ready for this to be seeded before I cultivate it. Or spray it.
Run, Travis, run.
I can't.
Run harder.
I'm trying. I'm doing the moonwalk.
I can just see one of your legs moving fast.
Put your right leg in. Put your right leg out. Put your right leg in.
Yeah, I'm going to put my right leg up.
Look at the left leg, the right leg, or look at the leg? That's the question.
All right, let's try this again.
So,
I'm going to refill my seed.
okay.
Yeah, see all that stuff that Kevin sold that just about covered the cost of seeds and fertilizer.
Yeah, for now.
Yeah, I've got one more loud to sell. I've got the wheat to sell.
Cool.
Yeah, and then we'll have the milk at midnight.
All right. So now what am I doing?
I think
Sure,
David
is
just
cutting
finished.
grass, so if you want to mow that or rake it,
Okay.
it's down in the field. What field you in, Stu?
14.
14.
14. Down, the entrance is down by the end of field 9.
I don't know if you could rake it, so I'm just going round in circles.
How many times have you been around?
About 4.
Where's my
Oh yeah,
lender?
grand. So I have it
David's
here.
got
Hang
it.
on, I'll
David's
jump
in
out. I just bring up the cultivator back up to the yard. I was just finishing off the row.
Yeah, the Hurleyman's still down by the freight yard.
Yeah, well, it's down by the field 26. I was just, well, one of them was. I was just in it.
Yeah, it's the Hurleyman.
You just left it there.
Yeah, so I had to come to get the new Walland, and then
Yeah, but you could have driven one back and then.
Yep.
Ooh, there was some power slide coming up the field.
yeah, I took the new Walland down just in case somebody had to jump in that one to help me push up the hill.
So hopefully that solves that problem. Hopefully that's
Alright,
the
you're back
internet.
on line now again, so.
The internet problem solved. Sorry about that. If anybody's still watching, I apologize. It's out of my control when my cable company decides they want to update stuff. So,
This thing is like being on ice, Peter.
and they'll do it in the most inconvenient times possible. So,
4-wheel steering and a big heavy cultivator.
I
no,
noticed.
I didn't have any trouble with it.
I love MR.
Well, I have my usual go faster, go
Right,
or
it's-
stop.
Because you're on your keyboard, right? So it's all the way
Yeah.
or stop. Yeah.
Oh, you're not using the steering wheel.
I'm leaning
Kinda like
over.
it. I'm flying around at 80 miles an hour.
Which
have-
just kills me. You're leaning over your steering wheel to use your
And
keyboard.
I use my steering wheel for every other game. It's just Farm Sim. I got so used to
Okay.
doing
Oh,
it on the
crap.
keyboard that I have to get my brain set to tell me to do with the wheel. I do sometimes. I should actually do it.
They should get into the habit of using the wheel.
Yes, yeah, and I even go in and turn on my head tracker and everything. I mean, it's all set up.
I don't use your head tracker and everything else, but you don't use your steering.
No, that's not saying I don't actually have the head tracker turned on. But it's set up to actually. This is saying like Farm Sim is actually set up so that I have the head tracker on in the cab.
Okay.
Oh, well, I reset it because I'm looking.
So where am I going? 14?
Yeah, just go right way down past field 9. Turn left before you get to the mountains.
Yeah, before you get to the bridge, turn left.
Yeah, so I've got to your island, Roy.
In the UK, actually, I'd pull in here and let you pass.
I didn't even see you. I was looking down at my OBS monitor. I didn't even see you coming up the hill.
I was trying to work out, should we be on the UK side of the road or should we be on the rest of the world side of the road?
We've still never decided that. After all the time we've spent on this map.
Well, Dav, just do as the middle of the road.
Well, yeah, but if the two of us on the road, it wouldn't have... That's fine till you meet someone.
Yeah, well, whoever wins the dueling contest gets the right of way then.
Well, I suppose I had to give way because BP has pivot wheels on his implement. I don't.
Just go old-fashioned way. Ram him full speed. Whoever goes in the air loses the right of way.
That doesn't really work with this, so we just stop.
Did you see what happened to the potato?
So I don't want to go over the bridge?
No. Take a left and follow the road round. Don't follow the road straight up because it'll take you into the mountains.
You'll see my name soon as you pass field 9.
You might as well silage this, I suppose, yeah?
Jesus.
There you are. Yep, that's you going towards VBP.
Yeah, I see it now. A little slippery.
Slow down! Going down that hill, my tractor just decides, oh, I'm going to go 100 miles an hour.
Well, this one's doing 80 mile an hour moon. It's awesome. It's flying in the fields.
MR Travis, like.
Yeah, well, I know what it is. I just.
MR is a lovely thing.
Oh yeah, I love it.
I knew you could mow it.
Just getting used to it.
Yeah, it just takes some getting used to.
What was that, Stu? How do you turn the mower off?
No, I said if I knew I could mow 80 mile an hour, I would have tried it off earlier. It's awesome.
80 mile an hour.
Yeah, I'm doing 80 mile an hour mowing. This is awesome.
That's clearly
Yeah, you can mow at 80 miles an hour. That mow doesn't take much power.
No.
Well, this is doing 80 mile an hour, so fuck MR. Let's let me do it. I can do it.
If MR lets you do it, then we'll keep going.
God, this rake is massive compared to this tractor, though.
Yeah, it doesn't take much power.
No, rakes don't take much power.
Well, that's it. That's the last of it running.
I'm not doing too bad, so we're up about 6,000.
Alright, go in a straight line, though. I think it's the first time I've ever raked with MR. Not a significant difference between raking without MR, so... I just have to go slow, because I'll catch up to Stu pretty quick.
What is your rate going at 20 mile an hour or something?
No, but
he's
it's a lot wider than you are.
He's getting 2 to 3 rows of what you're doing, Stu.
I know.
Yeah.
I was just winding them up.
Yeah, it's 2 rows, isn't it?
Oh, I could definitely rake faster. I just don't want to. Only time I ever rake is in multiplayer. I mean, I rake all the time, but I don't do it.
Love that to see the tractor struggling to keep it a straight line.
Hmm.
Oh, on that side of that hill.
Yeah.
And just think it used to be worse.
still having that same issue with this grass, though.
Where you can't see it.
Yeah, that'd be. I mean, I can see it, but it's not. It's not great. I hope they change that.
That was something I was meant to have said before we went on the server. If somebody wanted to change the texture for that,
that's the sole reason I changed it at Drummond.
Mm-hmm.
Is because we're going to do so much grass on that map that I need to be able to see it. Like, I like the grass texture itself. I just don't like the fact that the windrows disappear when after you cut it. Even if they had the cut grass texture, which I'm not a fan of, underneath this, at least you'd
the
be able
yellow.
to see the
Yeah, I like that. It's too yellow, but it's nice when you can actually see.
Where you've done.
Yeah.
Well, that up that grass field on that cliff sort of borders, you can't see anything. And now I can't see anything because I'm in the fucking trees. God damn it!
In cab.
Yeah, I can't rake in cab.
Well, yeah, I'm looking at. I can't see it. I'm in cab. I can see the big pile. I can't see the little piles.
How many trees on this one now, Ron?
Close to 15,000.
There's more trees on this map?
Yeah.
So anybody who likes forestry, you're going to love this map.
Oh yes, and we sell the cows dispatching, so
No room for poplars.
Oh no, we're going to put poplars down somewhere.
Would we have been smarter to ted that hay first, or like grass first?
can't actually put the poplars down.
No, it makes silage out of it, Travis.
Oh, making silage. Okay.
Pretty sure you can't put poplars down unless you chop down some of the trees to make room for them.
Yeah, you'd have to.
Well, you could plant them in a field.
No, you can't.
Oh no,
them.
poplars you can. Yeah, you can do the poplars.
Oh, can you? Oh, right. I thought.
So for anybody who's come in since now the third time that
yeah, to seed. Right, I just thought you couldn't seed it as well.
Yeah, not the poplar trees, no.
And the day that poplars goes into the ground, I'm on vacation.
Yeah.
Have you ever? You know what? Everybody's so hard on poplars. It's not that bad. It's not as bad as sugarcane.
Nothing
no,
as bad as
sugarcane
sugarcane.
plants a lot faster.
Sugarcane replants itself, which is
I don't know, I've cut down the big poplars and sat there with a chainsaw, cutting them into little bits to get rid of them.
No, I mean the poplar, the ones you turn into wood chips.
Yeah, no, I know.
I know. You grow on the field, but that cedar is 3 miles an hour and it does one row.
It's not a fast process, certainly not. But
there we go.
You'll be planting them up at Drummond come this winter. So, just so you know,
So I'll be on vacation.
Yeah.
the next update the map. All the fields and sugarcane.
I think this Massey is struggling with the forage wagon.
And give them only the single row harvester.
Oh, that's just torture.
Yes.
Well, what's the difference? That the single row isn't any slower than the multiple row one. It really isn't.
Yes, it's because there's only one row, so you have to take longer to go through it all.
Because the other one is equally as useless. See, that's the problem with sugarcane. The equipment is really, really cool, but the sugarcane itself is kind of a pain in the ass. And I know people have made mods that you can harvest 10 rows at a time, but that's not realistic. So if you want to do sugarcane,
10 meters at a time.
If you want to do sugarcane, then you kind of have to suck it up. I did it. I'm good with it now. So I'm just going to use the equipment that expansion came with on other farms. So
yeah,
right, that's all done.
Alright, so since when did the forage wagon beep when it's full?
The in-game ones do, yeah.
They do?
Yeah.
Yep.
It's the same script that runs the balers, that's why.
New to me, never had that before.
When's the last time you used an in-game forage wagon?
I generally don't pick up grass with a forage wagon.
Yeah, me either.
No, I have, I think, but I don't ever remember there being an alarm.
I've never paid attention.
A forage wagon, a baler, same thing.
Right,
So-
but it only beeped when I was basically full, and it beeped like a few times, and then you're full, it goes off.
No. Like, I'll pick up grass with it, but only if I'm dumping it straight into the mixing wagon, mixing station.
Right.
Or doing silage. I'm on the right hand side, David. You're
I was
left.
gonna say, Peter, watch ahead. Let's see if we see a collision.
I'll do it when I'm doing silage if I
No.
have to do it myself.
Yeah.
When you go in the field, right, on your right-hand side, there's a small bit of a row. Because
Okay.
I went left first of all, and then I came up the row on the right. So if you do that bit, and then onto the next row.
Mm-hmm.
So anybody, welcome back, everybody. Sorry about the chaos today with the internet. It's my my cable company, my internet provider decided that on a Sunday afternoon that they would update my internet. So I had to reset all my modems and everything. That's why I kept cutting off. That's why I was dropping frames and all that. My internet was struggling to try to push the update through and do this at the same time. So for anybody who wasn't here when we first started, this is Cavalier Roy's Newbie Farm 19. This will be the version of this map you'll be able to play on when Farm Sim 19 comes out in October of this year. Hard to believe it's already that time already. So already it's January, but we all know how fast time goes by, especially when you're old. And I'm dropping frames right now. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Come on, internet. Nope, I'm gonna get disconnected. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you guys. I'm sorry about the stream quality. It's just going to crap there. Yeah, I'm dropping frames like crazy. Okay. I don't know what to do. I can't fix it. I can't fix it. You know what I mean? It's not on me. So the only thing I can do.
Smoke a cigarette.
I do.
Make a big Darnley.
And then it won't even. No, stop.
There's a bit there.
The only thing I can do is.
Maybe be.
Yeah, no worries. I'm trying to fix this. Where the hell did it go? Did I shut it off? Oh, I shut it off. Okay. I don't know how I'm going to be able to fix this. I'm not going to be able to fix it, is how I'm going to be able to fix it. I just can't have 9,000. I'll try to downgrade the stream a little bit. See if that makes it.
What are you running it at 1080?
1080 at 30.
720.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do.
Did you at 60%, right?
Nope, 51.
Okay.
And somebody up to 60%.
It can't be me. I've not got a capacity.
Alright, I met somebody at 39 now.
I think it's OBS. I honestly think it's OBS because OBS is like not doing what it's supposed to do.
Right, I'm back. What's left to do?
You can roll the pit if you want to.
Okay.
If you put another weight, if you put a weight on something back,
Yep.
Nope.
there's plenty of weights around there and they're just attached to tractors.
Nope. That didn't fix it. I guess I'm done. I guess I can't stream today. It's got to be OBS.
Maybe it needs an update with Windows.
No, I checked. There wasn't an update.
Or saying maybe it needs an update as opposed to it has one.
Can I... The fuck is this work?
Right. Where are you going, Roy?
I'm going back around the bottom. Just doing the outside.
Alright, I'll do this short.
Hello, Kev.
Hello.
How's your tractor faring with that, Roy?
It was okay, apart from going up the field.
Yeah, I was hitting like 3 miles an hour going up the
Yep.
There's obviously a slope in this field.
Yeah.
Fucking lose it.
How do you think
I'm doing 4 mile an hour now coming from the end up. Oh shoot, I forgot to close my door.
Close your door. Oh, for the
Alt it, so I've now left a nice
big pile behind you.
Yeah. Just now a flat window. Just as well I was in third person view, otherwise I would have never spotted it.
Kind of like that day when I was mowing the grass, but I wasn't really mowing it. Oh fuck, there's a line there I missed.
Of course it dumps then wider than it picks up.
Okay. Well, now we've switched over to shadow play, and we'll see how that works. And I just realized that may not work because I think my shadow play settings are... Yep. We have to put that on. Okay.
Can you stream both with shadow play?
No, I'm only streaming to Twitch, so because it was either Twitch or YouTube, and I picked Twitch. So... So sorry about all the chaos, everybody. If you were watching on YouTube, well, you can't hear me now anyway, so I guess it doesn't matter. But
so fuck you guys.
I can pick one or the other on shadow play. So, and I picked Twitch. It's easier to sign in from external stuff on Twitch than it is on YouTube. So.
So watch an ad for GT or the Grand Tour.
Yeah.
There we are. Your Ronald McDonald house you may want to turn off because it's covering 3/4 of your screen.
Oh, for Christ's sakes!
It's Alt.
Alt F5.
Alt F5. Yeah,
if I hit Alt F5 and something weird happens, I'm gonna freak.
No, Alt F5 is.
Is it gone now?
2 seconds. Yeah, perfect.
You can hear me?
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Welcome to the BP's gonna have a fucking stroke stream, everybody. I don't know what's going on. OBS just did not. See, this is the problem with OBS. I will use it for, for a year, it'll work fine, and then it'll just stop working. And I'll just lose it. So, no more OBS for a little while, and now I have no viewers. Excellent.
If I come back in, you're up to 3. Well, that's probably...
I mean, I don't blame him. I wouldn't want to watch this mess either. 15 different little tiny stream snippets, and then, coming back in and listening to me rant.
Well, that's why you come to watch it, to listen to your rant.
Yeah. I don't want to rant. I don't. I just want stuff to work.
Don't turn too sharply with a fire dragon on the back.
Did you fall over, Roy?
Almost. I had to turn into the slide and stop it from tipping over.
So I'm still the only one that has...
Yep, you're the only one.
Drop in the field, right? I see green textures.
In which field?
In field we're in, just below the last tree on the left-hand side of the field.
I'm not there, I'm at the farm.
Right. It's just...
Yeah, it's a bit of green, light green grass, it's like, it's not mature or something.
Oh no, it's probably just gone out of range there.
Well, BP's nearer from me.
Wow, this empty's slow.
Yes, Roy, if you're coming back again, if you go down out the end of the pit and down beside of that lane that goes down side of field 8, 9, or 8, 6, 7 and 8 and come along the river, and if you do that loop, it means you won't end up running into each other.
Okay.
As in do a circular route.
It's just me, or does Kev sound a little bit like Darth Vader some days?
Yeah. You're eating your
No,
mic.
that's his day job. He drives a Darth Vader bus. He jumps in the bus and puts the Darth Vader costume on. He drives around. Hello, Peter.
Hello.
I just mowed Peter, so if you see red blood everywhere, don't worry about it. It's just parts of Peter. Look, he's running up the field again. He wants mowed again. Hello, Peter.
Hello.
Oh, today's been a disaster. Go figure.
It could always be worse.
Yes.
I want a detailed written explanation of how it could fucking be worse, Travis.
Your computer's completely melted down.
In this context,
Oh, okay.
when I'm trying to stream us premiering a new map, how could it be worse?
Twitch could copyright strike you for using the YouTube farm.
There's no smoke coming out of your computer.
Nope, I don't buy the premise. That's not worse.
Okay.
Or at least if it was, you'd know what was wrong.
Right.
You're right. There you go.
Because then I could just jump up and down on it until it was just a mangled pile of metal.
I'm waiting for the next trailer load.
Yeah, one's on its way.
I still don't understand. I don't understand this country. The country that invented the internet. We have the worst internet in the world. India has better internet than we do. This pisses me off. Oh, BP's about 2 seconds away. So go tell your friends, everybody. BP's about 2 seconds away from a truly just incoherent rant. It just pisses me off. It's the 21st century. We went to the fucking moon and nobody died. How is it that I can't stream Farming Simulator in the 21st century? And it isn't my equipment. My computer is not a potato. So. On the list of things that are truly important, this is about, 999th out of 1,000. But it's just annoying. Because there's a lot of setup, you gotta, you gotta set this all up and everything. And I feel bad for Roy because I wanted people to be able to see the map. So
they can always go back and watch the videos, though.
Yeah, all 11 of them.
Or just send up the Roy's channel and watch his videos on it.
I haven't done one.
Oh,
I'm not streaming.
So I'm gonna have to do not have to, but I'm gonna want to do a sort of a drive around video of this because we all know how good I do those.
Well, what was it? Reefy ended up in the forestry sections twice. trying to find the lumber mill the first time, and the second time was trying to find the wood sell point.
Yeah, but I think
the wall.
I think that's me and Reefy getting lost. Pretty much a guarantee.
It was entertaining.
I could have explained every bit of the map and we'd still get lost. I would still get lost. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So that's not really fair. I'm seriously considering this too, to anybody who's actually watching and anybody who, knows my channel and watches me on a regular basis. I'm seriously thinking about just streaming to Twitch from now on. I honestly believe that YouTube is dead. I really believe that YouTube is dead. It's just, I don't know.
And if it isn't, it will be in a few weeks or months how they're going.
Yeah, I keep saying that. What's the story with this little bit of green over here? Oh, you guys already talked about that, right?
Yeah, I'm assuming it's just a wrong click of some foliage there.
Yeah.
Or the birds just dropped some seeds over there.
This is why we are officially testing the map.
Absolutely. Yeah, I don't know. I just, you know, I always say, and I say, and I say, and I say that I'm a YouTuber first and a streamer second, but you know what? It's just, YouTube is just not worth the effort anymore. It really isn't. So, I don't know. And if OBS doesn't work, again, for me, then I'm going to have to, I can only pick one. So, and to be honest, I'd rather stream to Twitch. So.
And at least when you, if you do that, then you can still,
hello there, Dafydd.
you can still put your stuff up onto YouTube as an afterthought.
Yeah, I could, which is going to mean, you know, downloading it from Twitch and then uploading it to YouTube.
Directly import it from Twitch to YouTube.
It doesn't always work right, though. I used to do that, and it's not. I'll try it again, but I used to do that, and it wasn't ideal. We'll try it again, though. The reason I stream to YouTube in the first place is so that people who don't like Twitch can watch. But I tell you what, at some point, it's got to be a little bit about me. And if you don't like Twitch, well, I don't know. Because YouTube is, you know, just too much of a hassle lately for me. So, like, let's have a little BP transparency, right?
Yeah, I'm just going anywhere I see grass. It doesn't say you don't own this field.
Obviously, everybody who knows me knows that I don't do this for the money. Can I tell you how much money I made off of YouTube last month? It starts with a 0,
right?
And then through the 0.
There's a decimal point in the middle, and then 2 zeros after that.
Yeah,
that's how much money I made on YouTube last month.
Yeah,
so
you have to have a load of watchers now and so many subscribers.
And every video I put up, every single one, goes up without ads because YouTube deems every video I put up to be inappropriate for most advertisers, whether it's just me on the video or whether it's these guys on the video. So
well, anybody with me is inappropriate just by
Yeah, but what I'm saying, Stu, is it's not your fault. I'm not blaming you.
And like, did they say why it's inappropriate? Or is it
yeah, it's just inappropriate for most advertisers, which is YouTube's way of saying you're not big enough for us to sell ads on.
Yeah.
So, and I don't care about that so much. But damn, this is a lot of work, and you know, making a couple of pennies a month isn't a bad thing. You know, maybe it buys me an airport, it buys me some scenery, or gets me a DLC, or you know, gets me some money that I can, you know, pass on to a charity or give away something on a stream or whatever. So,
or another game to stream.
Or exactly, God, yeah, you know how many I'd have to save the 0 cents I make for 100 years to be able to buy a game. But
yeah,
ultimately, here's the deal. I think I've just decided right now, as of today, everything I do is going to go on Twitch. If you don't like it, I'm sorry. You know, there's plenty of YouTubers still out there, but I am all done with YouTube. Will I put up the stream archives on YouTube? Possibly, but I wouldn't hold your breath. But everything I do from now on is going to be on Twitch. Twitch has always been good to me. They've always taken care of me. They've made me an affiliate. They've made me a partner. They've taken care of me. So I'm staying with Twitch, I think.
Stu, that's... Go on, sorry.
No, go.
That field that you're mowing, every part of that field you can mow. It won't say that you don't own this field.
Roy, you come down here and stump this tractor and try and mow down the edge here and see what happens.
Okay.
It's telling me you don't own this field, now go off the half of the field. Like, just as soon as you're off the field itself and onto the grass inside it, you don't own this field.
Okay, so
you can come down and check if I'm just being stupid or.
Hey, Brittany, thanks, kid. Yeah, I'm back up. Having a bit of had to switch streaming software, so.
No, I believe you, Stu.
And that's the other thing. If I've got to use Shadowplay to stream, then I could pick one or the other, and I'm gonna pick Twitch because Twitch has always been good to me. So.
Yeah, because you can't do that to restream.
No. All right, so this field is raked, I guess, since you guys are.
Thank you.
Okay.
No, you have where I am here needs raking beside me.
And can I just say I did get lost on my own, man.
Yeah, from about where you were there down.
I just raked that. Do you not see the window?
The 2 rows beside me. There's like 2 rows and it widens out then as you go down. Where you are now.
Lost on your own map, boy.
Be pulling the other row into it, that's fine.
Yeah, but it gets wider as you go down. It's narrow there, it does get wider.
It's when I pulled half the mountain down to expand the field. To put another field in, then done the same to the other mountain behind. I'd have got lost on the way to the mill.
thought you were going to say it doesn't look the same as it does in editor, that's why.
It doesn't actually.
Run away! Run away!
Yeah. See where if you look at the map and see where I'm this now, Roy? The bit here is where I keep getting the message.
I'm almost there.
Yep, right there.
So you're right. To my right, I guess.
Right
Top of the
behind me.
field. No, I mean, because I'm coming into the field now, so it would be to
Yeah.
the top, to the right. Yeah.
Yeah, next to where. Oh, at field 15. It must be in boundary of field 15 it's catching me.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Right.
no problem.
I'm ready for the next trailer.
Yeah, I can only go so fast.
Yeah, got
This MR, this MR is killing us.
I just looked at the map there and realised field 15.
4 mile an hour.
Mm-hmm.
It must be like I'm just catching right on the edge of the field.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're a fair way away from the pit as well, are you? Down there.
Yeah.
Yeah, but at least you're not in field 18 all the way down the bottom. You have to go all the way around the mountains and that's it. Get back.
It'd be fun in these little tracks.
Yeah, well, I think Roy get lost on his way back from there.
Not that I'm worried about
Alright.
we mow this stuff up or not. It's just I'm just doing it for the fun of it. Giving some stuff to do.
Yeah, there's field 4 as well that needs mowing.
Is he? Oh right, okay, then I'll stop dicking about and head up there then.
And then these can be fertilised, spreading.
Travis
Yep,
has lost our place already.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Ran out, I gotta go refill.
I accidentally jumped out there, Kevin, so you might have a bit of a lump.
Yeah, and I'll see it. I will need something to scrape it back in with. Just come out of the bunker.
If you look in the shed there, there's a load of the manure forks, they'll pick up the chaff, front loaders.
Yeah.
Just in the shed there on the corner by the cows. There's a bucket there and there's the manure forks because they'll do grass and chaff and all that.
It's miles an hour.
Because MR has decided that the bucket only carries 700 litres.
Oh, right.
Normal 1600 litres.
Okay.
But the manure fork will hold 1500. Well, MR works on the size of the bucket that it should only carry 700 litres.
Where's... oh, there it is.
Got all this grass just lying about everywhere. So where's field 4?
Back up or over to the bridge, Stu, and the other side is the bridge.
Yeah,
Oh,
go straight
yeah.
past the bridge, yeah.
Past field 5, right.
Mm-hmm.
Follow the river basically.
Yeah. And the gate is on the corner of the road by field 3.
It's going to be another version of Newbie Farm where I only see 3 fields the entire time we play on it.
Oh, well, see how far I can stay on it for a while and we'll see.
So, Starmade BP, their update states that they're going to be getting ready to throw out a bunch of updates.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
There's the hard Roy talking about playing it.
Because
Why is it every game we want to
Exactly.
play ends up getting updated every day?
Yeah.
Except Farm Sim, of course.
Their update that they've done has allowed them to rewrite some coding, and which means that they can implement other features more easily at a more successful rate. So there'll be a batch of updates that will probably be due out over the course of a few months.
Well, shit, it was pretty good already.
Mm-hmm. And they've made the power system more complicated.
I don't even remember.
No, neither do I.
Yeah, I was looking at it and I was like, yeah, I don't remember. It's about, so similarly now you can build better-looking ships instead of the way it was before.
Yeah, but that was the whole point of that game, though. It was Minecraft in space. It was everything was square and weird. Like I didn't have to care about ships, what they looked like, just as long as they flew.
Yeah.
I like that game. I think it's fun, and you know, it's. At some point, I would like to have a long-running game of something, whatever that is. You know what I mean? Where we're building stuff, and it's sort of, it's there. You know what I mean? For however long.
Yeah. But something that isn't going to end up costing crap tons of money for memory.
Right. That's the other thing. Like Minecraft was fantastic until I had to spend nearly $100 to get 64 gigabytes of RAM to run it.
Yeah.
On their server, I should point out, not on my computer. But
that seems crazy.
Yeah, it was $87 altogether that I spent.
Well, it'll probably run better on the C+ version, which is the Minecraft Windows 10 edition. That'll probably run better because it's using C+ rather than Java.
Like I don't care, it's not. I'm not bitching about the cost. I'm just saying I found it odd that it needed that much to run.
The only problem with that one is it's like the shitty Pocket Edition, console edition of it.
Of the Minecraft.
The Windows 10 edition?
Does anyone actually play
Windows
that?
10 is the console edition.
Yeah,
I didn't even. I know you got it when you got Minecraft, but I didn't even install it or download it or anything. I'm pretty sure I did.
I made a mistake when I first went to Windows 10, and it was like, yeah, no, goodbye.
No, I didn't install it.
The only thing I like about the Windows 10 edition is the fact that how well it performs, like performance-wise. It's just it's way behind. And it's like, no, thank you.
Well,
you still got to run it on a server, right? So there's no significant. Where am I going? Just round in circles, apparently.
Yeah, but then you have all the console edition and Pocket Edition you jumping on. Want to jump onto it? It's like, no, thank you, bye bye. Because it's all cross-platform now, so anybody in their Xbox can jump onto the PS4. They can jump onto.
Is it all? So do they have proper multiplayer? Is it?
Yeah. So all consoles and the PC Windows 10 edition all coexist in one game.
Right.
That's not a very nice place to park a tractor.
That's not a very nice place to put a gate.
Alright, so that's my second time getting lost. Been on the map for an hour, been lost twice.
Hello?
Where am I going? Alright.
Well, look at Roy, he made a map and he got lost in it.
You have a map, BP. Figure it out.
What the hell?
Where are you? You're on field.
I'm on the corner of 12 and
9. Turn
lost
around.
as fuck.
Yeah, you want to go up.
I just turned around. So I want to go the other. So okay.
You want to go northwards, yeah.
Oh god. So I was going the right way, but that sort of ended in a. Hold on. Figure it out.
Okay, yeah. No, if you keep going straight, you should come up to field 10 and go left there.
Okay, that's where I screwed up.
See this part of the fucking map? Like, I can't see I'm going. It just keeps bouncing.
I went right down there.
Where are we going to field 4 now?
Field Hill. Tracks just bouncing everywhere. Like, how many fucking wee hills you go on?
What are you doing, Travis?
Oh, the way I have my keys mapped, I hit the wrong button and I disconnected. It fell over. Now it won't let me reconnect. Blah, blah, blah.
Roy, don't go so fast. I'm trying to follow you.
Oh. What, you're going to field 4, yeah?
Sure.
Okay.
Do I need to go there with this?
Yeah, because that's Stu's mowing there now.
Okay. Yeah, I'll get lost, Brittany, on a map I've been on for 5 years. So it's not really... I mean, I've been on this map a bunch of times. I mean, I've played on this map for I don't know how long now, but rarely do I ever see the entire map. Rarely do I ever, do I go to every field, down every road. So
I'd say a front loader, Travis.
Yeah, if I
not
can just
over
get
the
it.
bridge. I remember field 4.
Is that
Unless
full,
you
is it?
its location.
No, it's still in the same place.
Okay.
Yeah, it's only the
So
fields that
like
have fields are redesigned. everything is still in the same place. So.
Well, this side of the map is the fields are the same. It's when you get to the other side that they, because they added fields.
Well, you add that and you have extra hedges on that side, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll park here.
Can never
Goes
have too
directly
many
ahead.
hedges.
We go. Turn that off.
Stop here for a minute and be right back.
Smell the roses? No, you can't smell the roses, I just chopped them down. But... okay.
That's a very bumpy field, Stu.
Yes.
Purposely made left bumpy.
Yes, I realised this when I tractor almost got airtime. See, when the tractor does 80 mile an hour to mow, it's not a good thing on this field.
And it's an odd shaped field.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Oh,
a boomerang.
I've never got airtime on that field.
Oh, yeah, you do 80 mile an hour.
It's MR, so possibly.
Yeah.
You haven't played this with MR, have you, right?
No. No, because back in 13 rather, you had to make your map MR ready, didn't you?
Yeah.
And when MR first came out, the question was, do you have to MR your map, or is it going to be done in a different way? And thankfully they did it in a different way, because it means it's easier for everybody then, instead of map makers having to redo their maps, because there'll be those maps that never get MR'd then.
Yeah.
That you want to play, but because they're not MR'd, you don't want to play it.
And it was quite a lot to do, wasn't it, to make them MR?
Yeah. A lot of XML editing.
This is about my third pass around the field, by the way.
Yeah, it's a big field.
Mm-hmm. Have you noticed?
Funny shape, but big.
Yes, that's probably why it's so big, because of the funny shape. You have to follow that whole fucking shape all the way around.
Mm-hmm. It goes all the way around the river, yeah.
With the cool tugboat.
Mm-hmm.
At some point, I'm going to hit the hill so fast I'm going to fly out and land over the boat.
Hill? Oh,
Hill.
yeah, up there, yeah.
Why can I not walk any further?
Because you're dead.
No, because my
You aren't
keyboard
a
is...
foot.
Why wouldn't my keyboard stop working after everything? Nothing else works today. Why wouldn't my keyboard not
You're
work?
not put batteries in it, James.
Bothered. No, I'm about to throw everything in on this desk into the river. So, we have a big tugboat, but we don't have anything for it to tug.
Tractors.
Need to put a barge over there.
It tugs the tractors that land in the river.
I was going to say, don't give Stu any ideas.
The other side to there is that tugboat can't actually go out to the all the way up the river either, because the bridge.
Bridge,
or bridges.
yeah, the bridge.
So
Right,
it's
you'll
stuck
put
this
in
end.
you'll have to get a bridge that opens, right?
Or just sink the tugboat and use it as a child area.
Or we could just use the tugboat as what it is, a prop. Scenic thing. Stop worrying about it. I don't know why I just look at stuff and I'm like, you know what? If that actually did like that thing and it went over there, and then I'm like, what are you worried about that? I don't care. It's not tugboat simulator. It's fun.
Yeah, because that's in that South America map they have the boats moving up and down, don't they, at the edge of the map?
Yeah, even FS11 they did. There used to be a boat that would travel, a speedboat that would travel up and down the river.
Well, isn't it just a traffic spline? I mean, you can put a traffic spline anywhere, right? So
yeah.
I'm not saying you should. I'm just saying.
So Field 5 will be fun. Glad we didn't buy that one.
Field 5, why?
I wonder if I set the key.
Well, that's got the slope. That's got the.
Yep.
Massive slope with the hill.
That's the one that Frito wanted to join into
The field behind it,
Field 3,
yeah.
wasn't it? And then he realised you had to,
Oh,
there's a massive drop into the back.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yeah, that's a big hill to climb.
Are you up in Field 4, right? You are?
We are.
Yeah, we're up there. Yeah.
I'm going to get as much as I can see.
Yeah, we're just needs to do a few.
I know I'm still down Field, whatever it is, but
I'm about to pull in now.
14.
I'm struggling to see what grass. Are these the default textures?
Yeah,
for the
this is the default grass.
yeah.
Probably be for the next trial load.
It's just gonna.
You'd be waiting, I'd say. We're
Yeah.
waiting on. So you could just use the dark snow curve and flatten it all out a bit.
I'll just keep driving over it. I've already used the forks to scoop most of what was out back into it. And then when we finished doing that, I'll...
You that thing yet, Travis, you did.
yeah, I just reset it.
Did you lose everything in it?
Yeah, of course.
You have to blame you, so we're not making any money.
Yep.
What was
Fertilizer. I had to
See, that
reset
would be-
the fertilizers. I was stupid.
That'd be something that'd be nice if you didn't lose everything when you reset something.
it? Yeah.
Well, 15 was that way. If you reset it, you
Yeah,
maintained
you-
it.
Yeah.
It's a good way if you've got something that you don't want in a trailer, like 0% of something.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's only trying as everything was allow everything else into it.
Yeah.
Ultimately, the lesson is don't be stupid and disconnect your
Yeah.
attachment while you're moving.
Wow, I can't see the.
I just use a front loader tractor.
Yeah, I'm having a hell of a time seeing over here by these trees.
Yeah, I've had to turn the light on so I could see.
I think if we make one change to this, it's got to be these grass textures.
Mm-hmm.
I thought you were going to say the tree then.
Of course, you'd say that, Kevin.
No, there's nothing wrong with the trees. The trees are good, but yeah, the grass texture definitely.
No, I've got,
So-
I've got nothing wrong with the
so you
trees,
want
it's just
more-
the amount of them.
Oh, you want more? Okay.
Like
No.
if you're gonna do,
I do.
what happens is with me at least is because I'm mostly blind anyway. I end up squinting so hard to see the grass that I get the worst headache. That was happening on Drummer, and I'm like, I got to change this, or I'm gonna not be able to play.
Well, I'm
Well-
happy you're blind, BP. That way you don't see the spots I've missed.
So what we could do is after we're done, we could just change the grass texture and everybody before they leave re-download the map.
Yeah,
Or
I'll
download it
give you,
before we come on again next week.
I'll give you the grass texture that I'm using at Drummer.
Yeah.
Actually, you could just pull it out of the map. Just unzip the map and pull it out. You have the map. So
Mm-hmm.
So talking of
Does
cupboard,
that?
are we going to have them Ixies on there or... Them
are we
little-
gonna have what?
them Itsy project things?
Um.
So I do like them,
Yeah.
they look nice.
All right. Yeah. Well, it's up to you, my man. You own that farm. You, tell me.
You can replace it for the vintage one you have. Because you have that, don't you? The little red one.
Yeah,
from
that
the
little
mod-
red one, which I,
mod.
honest to God, just got for something rusting off in a corner somewhere. That's really
Right.
the only reason I got
So you
it.
can say, let's say somebody comes and offers you money for that vintage thing and you've invested in a new high-tech
Well,
one.
what does the new one cost?
I can't remember
Not
that.
that expensive. You're doing it as a project for testing it.
Considerably more than we'll get for that little rusty job that's there now.
Unless it says that's a vintage model, it's worth quite a lot.
But you could be a test project for the bike tech one.
Yeah, let's say that. Let's say that we had to put down like a $5,000 deposit on it.
Yeah.
And that we're testing it.
They should be paying you.
That's not how it works, though. That's how it works. You got to put a deposit on it in case we break it. So we'll put a $5,000 deposit on it. Say we're testing it. We'll use it to muck out or to clean out the cow shed and stuff.
Yeah.
So, because the telehandler is nice in the cow shed, but it's a little big because that cow shed is kind of narrow.
Yeah.
So how would that work if you're testing it? Would that mean that you would then get it as a reduced price afterwards if you liked?
Yeah.
Well, no, it would be because a lot of that would be all electronics, so it would be bug testing. So you'd probably work in connection with some university or something.
Mm-hmm.
The way I'd write it is, we'll test it for a season. If it works and we don't have any issues with it, we buy it at the end. We have the option to buy it at the end of the season.
Yeah.
Minus the $5,000 we put down. So.
Yeah, the $5,000 especially we don't roll after and sell it.
Because I want to say it was wasn't it like 38? I think I seem to remember. That may be wrong. I don't know.
For the old one, is it?
No, for the new one. The old one was like 1,600.
No, is it 38? I don't think it's that much.
No, I don't think that much.
And we don't need every attachment for it. All we really need
All
is
you need is the bucket.
Yeah.
Well, it has the bucket and the mower is all that one comes with anyway. We don't need the little mower.
We're obviously not going to be mowing with it, right?
So just the bucket.
Peter left.
Peter gone.
Bye, Peter.
He's muted.
He may have his wains or something to deal with.
Yeah.
Right, I think that's about as much as I can see.
Well, then we should probably do a drummer this week then.
Yeah, I won't be there tomorrow.
Okay. Yeah, I wasn't planning on doing it tomorrow anyway.
Huh.
Yes.
Right, I just cut a portion of the field off there, Roy. Like the bit at the end there.
Mm-hmm.
Just cut, like the one side, made the other side, and made two portions of it. So I went and cut the wee small fields that it made.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm going to do. Oh, you're slating for the back end ones?
Yep.
So what's the second number in the down bottom for MR?
That's liters an hour, but it doesn't work in multiplayer.
What's the tire thing?
That's how much you're slipping.
So,
So
what
60%
you want?
slippage is no good.
How much?
25%.
Oh no, that's grand. So when you get to 100%, it means you're not going anywhere.
Right.
So if you're doing 80 miles an hour and getting whatever slippage, you're okay.
Okay. I'll just ignore it then. If I stop moving,
Yeah.
that's when I pay attention to it.
Yeah, that's just wheel slip. But the
Which was
levers
the
for
sole
that,
reason I didn't like MR when it first came out, was it didn't have that vibe.
maybe lots of people gave out about it. Because
Yeah.
it was there, it just wasn't showing. But that's what MR was in 13. You had that, you had your four-wheel drive, your it all showed up in the hood.
Yep.
Does it have its own hood?
Yeah, if you look underneath your factor and your speed, there's a new hood there.
Oh,
If you're
I
playing
don't
in
have
windowed
one.
mode, no. If you're playing in windowed mode, you'd have to set your taskbar to be hidden when when your mouse isn't near it, for it to show.
The hell's MrMoonDog mode?
Oh, just in time, David.
Yeah. It's an electric boss road. Oh, sorry, Gil.
It's alright.
For some reason, it's not tipping out the last 10.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, I'm getting more grass again. Sorry.
And there's my phone. Be right back.
Yeah.
That's that one done.
I gotta get OBS figured out. I can't stream with Shadowplay. It doesn't give me all the things I need. I can't run all the things I need to run with it.
You just have to do it. Try OBS again with something else and see.
Well, it worked all day yesterday. Streamed for 4 and some odd hours yesterday. No issues. I'm starting to wonder if it's not my computer. Better not be.
It shouldn't be, like, I mean...
Something on my computer isn't dying. Better not be. I can't afford to replace it, so...
You sure it's not something like a virus or some wee fuckers dropped a virus? Virus or something?
I don't know. I mean, obviously I use Windows Defender.
Oh yeah, that's so amazing.
Well, you know what though? After having done, I had all the big, high-end virus scanners and all that crap, but after doing a lot of research, most people say that stuff's just resources. You're not getting any more benefit from it, so...
No, Windows Defenders uses enough resources.
Turn off Windows Defender, use something else.
Because I had, I had all the big high-end malware fighters and all that, and
oh fuck that!
My computer runs a lot better without them. So it all comes down to memory with me. It all comes down to RAM. I just don't have enough RAM. 8 gigs just isn't enough. It's just that simple. Oh. If I had the money, I'd just build a tank and be done with it. I'd put 256 gigs of DDR4 RAM in this and just be done with it. But I don't have that kind of money, so...
You don't even need that much.
No, you don't, but no matter how much you have, you always need more, so...
Yep. I've got 16 gigs sometimes. I thought, I could do more.
Yeah, but I have 24 and at the moment I'm running at 21%.
When I built this one, I figured...
It runs at 10% when it's idle.
8 gig would be enough, but...
It's only 2 gig, which is what Windows uses now.
Well, that's my point, like, that of your 8 gigs, see, half of that is gone already with just your computer sitting there doing nothing. Or a quarter of that is gone with your Windows doing nothing.
And when you're running a bunch of stuff in the background, like, especially when I'm flying, and I've got Active Sky running, and I've got all my, all the other things running in the background, well, that's all using RAM too, so...
Yeah. That's the same way this sits at 10% when it's...
Yeah, when I set up FSX yesterday, it can feel it all, so all the stuff was on ultra high.
Yeah.
But yeah, well, Windows Defender Windows Defender doesn't like FSX every time you launch it.
Yeah, but having everything high settings, like all the graphics shouldn't affect the RAM, because that all goes straight to the graphics card RAM.
But that's not how FSX works.
No, FSX doesn't go to here.
FSX is designed to run on integrated graphics. So it doesn't have the API that tells it to run strictly off your GPU. So FSX is very CPU and RAM intensive. And I get it's a 32-bit platform and it's only going to use X amount of RAM anyway, but it's going to use all of that plus whatever Windows uses. So, and when you have all the other 64-bit applications running in the background with like Active Sky and, and all that stuff, my ACARS client and, there's just...
Hello, Travis.
Does anybody remember when we used to just play games? When you just played a game and didn't worry about, how it looked to 4 people who are watching.
Getting my exercise in for the day.
Clearly, because you sound like
you're munching on popcorn again there, Travis.
You're gone outside again, Travis.
Yep. It's working my jaws.
Travis is covering MrMoonDog's side today.
It's a dirty job, but somebody's got to do it.
Where was MrMoonDog today? Spending the day with his wife?
Yeah.
Yeah, they had something going on.
That's his first mistake.
And he's also playing Stationeer somehow.
I know he's just, I would say, he's...
I know, he's logged out. He's just left himself logged in as he works away from the computer. But I find it funny he's been playing Stationeers the whole time we've been doing this.
He's addicted to it now, it's just true.
The same way
Like
he was
everything
playing,
else,
what was it?
10 minutes and then move on to the next thing.
Yeah, it's like he was playing one game for the whole night long for me. I woke up in the morning, he was still playing it, and it turns out he was just logged out. It was like GTA.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it was AFK and left it on the whole fucking night.
It was Transport Fever, I think.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that one.
Flights.
No, it's Transport Fever, I remember that now.
Well, there's a lot of nights you'll see me on Farm Sim,
Yeah,
but
do
I mean
there.
on Flight Sim, it's because I'm actually flying for 12 hours. I'm on the
So
Europe.
I thought he was like trying to get a lot of money up by just leaving the game running or something.
Good
Was
race,
sneaking
AAA.
up behind.
Yeah.
Is that David?
That's me. Did you just start streaming, Cavalier? Did?
No, streaming soon to come on.
Alright, tell me you were just starting, I just got notification there.
Oh, okay.
If you look at the fucking map, you'll see how much I've missed because I'm not using GPS here. In fact, it's rather impossible to use GPS here.
That field, GPS. Well, there is a way of doing it, but you kind of turn halfway. You do one lap and then you turn at 90 degrees to do
I have a simple question here. Can I do it with one button?
Yes. Well, 2 buttons, control and a mouse click.
Well, I think since today's been a complete disaster, I'm probably going to finish this field and then I'm going to stop. Because today was just a waste of internet.
Nobody's a waste of internet.
And I hope it goes better tomorrow, I guess. I think we're going to be flying tomorrow, I think.
Keep on flying tomorrow.
Yeah, maybe. I haven't fully decided yet. It all depends on if I get OBS to work or not.
As in a long flight, is it? Or
Yeah, we'll do a long haul one tomorrow. If that's what I do, if OBS works, we'll do a long haul flight tomorrow.
That's a bit of stuff.
you got stuff.
Yeah.
That's what the other tractors for Kevin.
Yeah, I'll just try pushing it, but it won't push it.
When do you think you want to do a drummer, Kev?
Whenever it's easiest for you.
Okay.
I'm free every night except Thursday, except when I work late.
Okay. Well, we could do it on Tuesday. You going to be around, David, on Tuesday?
Yeah, no, it's only tomorrow. I have PA.
Okay. All right, then Tuesday it is. Tuesday we'll do a drummer then.
Okay.
Gotta get spreading. Oh.
Yeah, even with all the rain here.
Well,
Yeah, as long as there's not massive puddles of water on the ground, we can get away with it.
That's it. Thank you.
Yep.
See, that's something that they should bring in if they're bringing seasons into the game, is to have puddles in the
Yeah, I'd be all for that.
Just like at tip point, you just have water instead of crop. And then again, they'll probably have massive balls of water at that point because they would need.
Because you can't spread with standing water on the fields. You can't spread when they're frozen. So,
That's no
frozen.
fear of
Yeah, frozen isn't an issue over there. But and since there's no standing water or rivers anywhere near that that farm.
No, you have no. There's no river in that map, is there?
No.
So you're good.
Yeah, I don't have to worry about that. Like Old Ridge, there's certain parts of my fields I can't spread because they're too close to a watercourse. And I generally don't remember that until I'm right next to them, and oh crap! Oh, I'll get nailed one of these days.
Yeah, I'll tell you, driving up the road, there was no mistaking that it had been spread at some stage.
Yeah.
You go, that's that patch done now.
Well, you got to. I mean, you'll spread now. You'll spread a month from now, and then you'll.
So they were actually on the other day on the radio to have their farming spot, and they're saying because of the fact that it was cancelled early.
Yep.
That you had farmers, but literally, they were literally running out of room.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's the other thing. You get to the point where you got to move it. You've got to. You can't. You know what I mean? You can only store so much. So
as soon as the ban was lifted, they were straight into it.
Straight into it. Spreading all day and all night. You know what I mean?
Welcome back, Roy.
Yep. Thank you. Get this done again.
I've done whatever up there. Just a same patch here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so how far is this tractor gonna coast now?
Yeah, MR. I'm assuming that's all
I didn't
MR.
realize this was that much of a hill. Like I stopped. Wow.
Yeah, no.
That's crazy. I didn't realize it was that much of a hill.
You realize it in this when you're going at 2 miles an hour up the hill. You're like, there's a hill there?
Because top down, obviously you can't really tell it's a hill, but that was cool.
You're going fairly fast there, right, for going up a hill. Unless was you're on the side of it, you're not going up.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
go about
26 miles an hour going down here.
Yeah, I go about 5 or 6 miles an hour going up a hill.
I was going faster coasting down the hill.
What would you do? The Harleyman, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah. What's that? What size engine was that?
110.
See this, Doug?
No, I'm not sure. I thought the Massey was about that as well.
This is one thing I wish they would fix too, is I get it that I was cultivating with this, so yeah, it'll be dirty. But when you come into a grass field, you're not going to get dirty.
Yeah.
Unless the field is wet and you're kicking up mud. And if that's the case, you shouldn't be on it anyway.
Yeah,
so,
you should be wrecking the field then as well. That's a whole other story.
You know, if it would turn, I don't know. I don't want it to turn green. I just don't want it to turn anything. Maybe get the tires a little dirty. You know what I mean? But not get full on like filthy brown dirt because you're in a grass field.
Yeah, but I suppose that's been
perfectly
multiple
dirt skins, but it's possible. It's been proven. There's mods with them. It's possible.
I'm sure there's some.
You can tie the dirt skin. You can tie a dirt skin into the time to make stuff wear out. It's been done. So
we've got the F17 Roy.
What's
that?
I don't even know what this one is, to be honest.
I don't know. I just bought it. It was just
your one.
Whoa!
Yeah, 210 HP.
Yeah.
That's my one, then the Massey.
Yeah, mine's 102.
The MF 5600, 105.
110.
105.
Yeah,
you have which one do you have?
I have the little Massey. The
5600?
Yeah, it's 5610.
Oh, so okay, 110 horsepower it says here.
I tried to have a look in the garage and it says 105.
100 and which?
105 for the Massey.
Yeah.
Which Massey are you looking at?
The MF 5600.
Yeah, I'm in the garage and I'm looking at it and it says 110. How are ours different? How are they different?
Well, possibly is it because of MR? Does MR adjust it?
Yeah, but
I remember buying one and I was thinking that it was not giving me what it said in the shop.
Because the base Surlyman, the H488, is 88 HP.
Yeah.
Zeta, the major 80, is 75.
Yep.
The Steyr Multi is 114.
Now, see, mine says 99.
The T5 is 117.
99.
The link track is 102.
Yep.
The 8340 is 125.
Yep.
The 5600 is 105.
And I have 110.
And the Zeta Proxima 120 is 117.
117.
And the Hurleyman XN T4i is 110. And the Fen 300 Vario is 110, according to the garage.
Huh.
What sounds?
Yeah, I'm looking at that same page. We just have a couple of differing numbers, which is unique, which is weird.
Yeah.
Whatever. It doesn't really matter ultimately. All right. Well, I guess that's done. Cool. Bring this back.
Right, I'll take this back to the farm then. This fucking bastard turn when I turn you. Nope, now it turns all the way. Okay.
This bit here needs to be rodded to the end of it. It's a weird shaped field. It's
Are you bunkering down now, Travis, for the night?
Oh, I'm just cleaning this up.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, sorry.
Go
Go ahead.
Thank you.
You know, I don't have keyboard steer, so when I'm going backwards, I can't actually see what's behind me.
Mm-hmm.
Haha.
Oh,
yeah, we've no keyboards here now, do we?
you going to get going? That's it. Sorry, I got stuck.
Oh, we already got stuck on it once.
No,
I
I
asked
just
for
because
so
I had to stop
little.
behind you.
Guys.
Say that again?
I said I ask for so little from you guys. Keyboard steer. It's a pain in the ass. Why do you need keyboard steer when you have a steering wheel? It doesn't, you know what I mean? I don't care about the camera. The camera's nauseating. Makes me want to throw up every time it moves. And you don't need keyboard steer with a track hat there, Farmer Dad.
I don't choose keyboard steer.
You need to
No,
turn your
why?
head around.
I had keyboard steer turned off a lot.
Oh, you stuck?
I was the one that edited keyboard steer.
Here,
so
let me
the
give you a
camera
shove.
was
Right,
not
so that
back.
I didn't hate it. Yeah, so that I didn't bitch about it every day.
And then I
You know what it
just-
is? If I was 20, I wouldn't be
well,
so separated.
well,
But because I'm 50 and I've been playing this game for as long as I've been playing it, the way that I play it,
Well, see, that's why I play with a keyboard. Because I never. It's.
Yeah, that's it.
I played for so long with a keyboard and not.
It's that
steer.
big pile there.
absolutely. I only mess with you about that. I just find it amusing that you do the same thing with your keyboard that I do with my throttle and my flight stick. Is I reach over my steering wheel to get to it. Obviously, I can't fly with my steering wheel, but because I just refuse to move my steering wheel, I just won't do it.
Well, yeah, well, mine is both.
Yeah, mine's bolted to the desk.
Wires and it's yeah, it'd be more complicated to remove it now.
You don't weigh very much, Stu.
That's
I know.
that's the sole reason I don't get
I don't weigh
rudder
much
pedals too. Is I'd have to unbolt my pedal rig down here, and I'm not doing that either.
See, when you get your second screen, you just set it up so that you have your farm sim plays on one screen and then flight sim on the other screen.
Yeah, I don't think I'm going to have that. I don't have that much computing power.
And then you can, no, not at the same time, but as
okay.
in set it up so that when you launch farm sim, it launches on your screen in front of your wheel and pedals.
Yeah,
And then when you launch X-Plane or FSX, it launches on the other screen because your flight sim set up.
That's very technical.
I will say that.
I'm actually saying that there is a few games will ask you which screen you want to launch it on, but most of them by default launch on your main screen, and if you want to change it, you have to do it in windowed mode.
Well, since the whatever second monitor I get is going to be significantly smaller than this one, this will obviously be my main monitor, and then I'll just use the other one for all the other stuff that I need to monitor, be able to run all the,
Yeah. Oh no, I'm just saying like
mostly
if
for
you had
flight stuff.
if you had them, like you could set it up with your driving set up on one screen and your The other one.
That'd be fantastic. This would need to be twice as big as it is.
Well, yeah, custom built desk.
Well, this one's custom. I drilled a bunch of holes in it to run, grade 8 M8 bolts through to hold down my steering wheel and my.
Well, mine is custom
shifter.
built. This is how much space you have, and then I got to take measure to see how big a screen I could get in it.
Yeah, see, ultimately, what I should do is I should mount this TV on the wall, and then I would have room to put, say, a 24-inch offset turned diagonally to face me and still be able to see it good. I'm just afraid I'm not going to be able to see a 24-inch, but ultimately I don't need to be able to see it as well as I see this
24 inches, plenty big.
You'd think, but...
if it's only for bits and pieces, it is.
Yeah, well, that's what I mean. If it's just for looking over at stream stuff and, active sky once in a while or whatever. But...
if you fill up there, Roy, before you're done, there's a couple of bits just up the other end as well, still.
Okay.
Are you right behind me, Roy?
Travis.
No, I'm behind
No,
you.
David.
That's a bad idea.
I'm just going on your right there, or your left even.
I'm going 26 kph.
I'm doing 24 miles an hour.
Did you go the wrong way, or am I going the wrong?
No, you're going the right way. I'm going up to the silage bunker.
Okay.
You turn at the bridge. This is the back way into the silage bunker.
Yeah. I remembered.
Because otherwise I'd have to drive up through the farmyard and that way.
Yeah, I see the bit now up here.
This weight might be a bit much for this rake, but whatever.
Well, we just all we done was we put weights on them to carry them from the shop up to the farm.
Yeah. Well, I had bought this weight back anyway when I bought
well, that's the 650. That's the smallest one.
Yeah, it's the smallest one. It's all right. It just makes it a little.
Let's see if
Yeah, I thought about that, but I didn't know if I wanted to take the chance of getting all the way down there, having it be skating around, and then have to come all the way back for a weight.
Whereas, like with the cultivator, you definitely needed
a weight, yeah.
Because myself and Roy came up with a brilliant idea. Why don't we put OEB weights on it? Then you can have little and no, so we don't have that in.
Yeah, right. Oh,
and I don't know, is that actually MR?
I would bet if you went to the database.
No, saying that we actually haven't set up the MR folder for adding stuff. That would be something we'd have to do down the road.
It's gotta make it difficult.
Yeah, that's
you,
simple enough to do.
Yeah, I ran out of space, Travis.
Oh, BP.
Because like we have the horse stuff, which isn't actually MR'd because we.
Okay.
But the XMLs are available for them, aren't they?
Yep, simple enough. Download the.
Bother doing that because we basically have default vehicles.
Yep.
That's strange.
Gotta hate backing this thing up.
What track's frozen?
All the years I've been using this rake.
Froze?
Yeah, well, I was reversing of the mount you've left. The tractor just froze in place, but the cows and everything are still moving around.
Huh.
Was it doing its autosave at that point?
Possibly.
Maybe.
Could have been.
Alright. Cool. Well, there you go. So after, 19 starts and stops and a couple of rants and everything else, we got some stuff done. Hopefully everybody enjoyed it. I'm going to try to get OBS working again for tomorrow. If not, I will be streaming with this, and it will be on Twitch. So hopefully some of you guys will show up. We'll see what I can do with OBS in the meantime, see if I can get it working. So you may see some stuff from me tonight at some point, popping in and out. And if you do, that's what I'm doing. I'm working on this to try to get it working. And hopefully we can get it figured out. Thanks, everybody, for stopping by. Thanks for the follows. I really appreciate it. Thanks to the Monkey Show. Thanks to Cavalier Roy, of course, for the great map. We really like this map. It's going to be a lot of fun. Trying to do it right, I guess. Make some money and buy stuff and, and run it as an actual farm as opposed to just a giant test track for equipment. So should be really good. Thanks, Stu. Thanks, Farmer Dad. Thanks, Cavalier Roy. Thanks, Travis. And thanks, Peter, for hanging out and helping us out. Had a lot of fun, even with all the bullshit that happened in the beginning. But it's technology. What are you going to do, right?
The monkey show.
It's the monkey show, absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, it is what it is. And tomorrow we'll be streaming something. It could very well be a long haul flight in Flight Simulator, or it could be something completely different. You'll have to kind of keep your eye out and see what it is. And as always, guys, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. And this is the Bipolar Prophet saying, see you later.
That's it.
See ya.
Back
See ya.
Tuesday.
And Drummond Farm on Tuesday, yes.
Yeah.
Right,
Are you
now
coming up to
turn around
that,
and look up BP.
Yeah.
All right.
Right, this is compacted down. Is there any more to go up?
Yeah, we just
Yeah.
have 2 small loads here. Well, right, more than what I...
Or just run away.
Did you try that rack